Hey, my name is Thomas. I'm with Pitmaster Essentials. I would like to welcome you to my backyard. So today is a great day. The sun is shining. We got some blue sky up there. Instead of firing up the pit, we're actually going to do something a little different. We're actually going to clean the pit. This is actually a subscriber request I had from whenever I did my Weber kettle cleaning video. So you might be asking yourself, why do you want to clean your pit? Well, a couple different things I can think of off the top of my head. Yesterday, I was actually using the griddle attachment on my Hasty Bake, and I had a pretty big flare-up. So pretty much the whole front side of my pit over here was I just had flames shooting up out of it. So I thought, yeah, it's probably time that I should clean it. I've had it for about 3 years. I've done some surface level cleaning, but I've not actually got inside and scraped it out and done a little bit of deep cleanings. But the other thing is for sanitary purposes, you just want to make sure you keep stuff clean in there. I know a lot of people say that fire actually will sanitize it, but I also think that we should probably go maybe a step further and clean the inside. So those are just a few reasons I can think of off the top of my head for cleaning our pit. So with all that being said, let me show you the tools we're going to be using. So I'll bring in here a little bit closer and we'll get started. Okay, so these are the tools I'm going to be using. This is a Hasty Bake grate cleaner, but feel free to use a wire brush or whatever you have to clean your grates. This is a heavy duty trash bag, a plastic putty knife, a Scotch-Brite scrubber, some simple green all-purpose cleaner, some ammonia, paper towels, and a couple pairs of gloves. So that's pretty much all we're going to be using, so enough talk, let's get to work. Okay, so before we get started, one thing I wanted to mention, just a quick disclaimer. Anytime you go to clean a grill or a smoker, you want to make sure that it hasn't been used probably within, I would say, 12 to 24 hours. Obviously my grill here hasn't been used for probably 36 hours now, so I just wanted to put that out there. Let's get in here and start cleaning. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is scrape off your grates. This is a Hasty Bake grate scraper, and it's specifically designed for the Hasty Bake grates. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take the grates and flip them over. And then just do the same thing. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our heavy duty trash bag, and these grates are going to go inside the trash bag. So once your grates are in the trash bag, you want to take 1 cup of ammonia and pour it in here. And take your trash bag, you're going to tie it up. And what this is going to do, this is actually going to clean the grates off really well. It's a little bit of barbecue magic, I guess you could say. So we're going to leave those for a couple hours. I think they set up to 24 hours, but we'll come back to that when we get done. I'm going to slide out the firebox, and then I'm just going to take my plastic putty knife, just kind of go along here and get what I can off of there. This side here looks pretty good. I'm going to take this grate out. Okay, so I'd knocked the charcoal off of this. Not going to do a whole lot with this because obviously this is a charcoal grate, so maybe just knock what I can off. Okay, that looks pretty good. So as far as the firebox frame and lift, just going to take my plastic putty knife, just scrape off what I can. So anywhere you see buildup, like right here in the corner, so I'll try and get that out. Okay, that looks pretty good. You'll see me say this in a lot of videos. I go for function, not perfection, so what I do is not going to be perfect, but it's going to be a whole lot better than what it was. Okay, so next we're going to work on the actual firebox mechanism here, the lift mechanism. And it's going to go across the top of it. I'm going to grab my screwdriver again, get these corners. See, there's quite a bit of buildup right there. Okay, so the next thing is, I think I'm going to work on these lips right here. I guess it's not a lip, I guess it'd be a ledge. So pretty much what I'm doing, I'm just kind of working from the top down. They're not too dirty because I try and keep those clean. All right, then as far as the lift mechanism, doesn't look like it's too dirty, but I'm gonna knock it off here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna scrape down this back side right here. Looks like it's got a little bit of a heat shield. It's like across the top of that. So whenever you're doing this, just kind of look and see anywhere where you see some additional grease buildup or creosote, and just try and knock it off. Okay, so I think I'm just going to take some paper towels, just kind of wipe off the edges here. Now whenever it comes to these edges, I don't want to take off too much because this actually creates a bit of a seal from the seasoning. But just want to knock off the excess there, like that. Okay, so I decided to spin you around here a little bit. I'm trying to get the best angles with the sunshine. So as you can see with my hood, you can see it flaking over there as well. So I don't want to take off too much of this because this is actually seasoning that's helping to protect the hood. So I'm probably just going to hit the edges here. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to wipe the edges down here, paper towel. And then as far as in here, I'm just going to kind of wipe this down because again, my powder coat in here, a lot of it's compromised. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work on around the ash pan. And pretty much I'm just going to take my putty knife and then just go along the edges right here. Because all of that is what was burning last night. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So one tip, if you haven't heard this, and if you have a Hasty Bake Legacy, I would recommend putting some aluminum foil down, because if you put aluminum foil down, then all of this ash on top of your ash pan, you can just take off and just throw it in the trash. So there you can see, after taking the aluminum foil and dumping it, there's not much left on here. We're just going to scrape up anything that'll come up. Okay, and after scrubbing that down, looks pretty good. Okay, so I didn't quite know how to get this for the bottom area down here. So off camera, I just grabbed a floor brush and just swept everything out. Okay, so I just noticed I gotta hit this area over here. So I think I'm gonna drop my firebox frame down and then work on that. Okay, so again, just taking my plastic putty knife. I don't want to scrape on all this because the majority of my paint is bubbled up from where I had that flare up last night. So I don't want to scrape on that too much, because if I do, then all that'll come off, and I don't want that to come off. Okay, so now we got the lift mechanism out of the way. Just going to knock all this in the middle there, and then I'll just sweep it back out. Okay, so I think I can get this on camera now. Just try and brush it out as best you can. Okay, so I think that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get it because of all of the paint that's bubbled up. So now it's time to put it all back together, so I'll bring you back here in just a minute. Okay, so the first thing is, got our aluminum foil back on our ashtray. Okay, next is the firebox. Okay folks, so I wanted to bring you back up here before we started working on the outside. As you can see, I didn't do a full deep clean, primarily because I had a lot of paint that was bubbling up in there and I didn't want to scrape it off. So we did the best we could. Like I said, we're going for function, not perfection. So now it's time to work on the outside. So we're going to hit it with a little bit of simple green. Might scrub it a little bit with the Scotch-Brite scrubber and then wipe it down. And then it should look like it did whenever it came off the truck. It should look brand new. So let's bring you in here a little bit closer and get started. Okay, so like I said, we're using just some simple green all-purpose cleaner. This is what Hasty Bake recommends. So I'm going to spray it on here. And I'm just going to let it sit here for probably 30 seconds to a minute. Okay, so it's been about 30 seconds, so I'm going to try just using a paper towel and see what it looks like. All right, that looks really good. Getting a lot off of there. Okay, I say that works pretty good. It's all the stuff that came off the front there, so I'm happy with that. Let's hit the top. So I think I'm going to use my Scotch-Brite scrubber this time. Okay, that looks really good. As you can see, the top was really dirty. Okay, so I'm going to spin it around on this side, and then we'll get this side cleaned up. All right, I got to move kind of quick here because it's hot out, and this is evaporating pretty quick. Okay, so that looks really good. I'm quite impressed with that. So there you can see that's the dirty side, and that's where all the grease streams down. And I think with this little bit down here, try and knock that off with the putty knife. All right, folks, I am very impressed with this simple green all-purpose cleaner. Be sure to grab some of that because it knocks that grease right out of there. Okay, as you can see, I got quite a bit off of there. Okay, I did it one more time off camera, and that's probably about as good as it's going to get for now. Like I said earlier, it's all about function and not perfection. So let's go ahead and hit this side here. All right, so let's see how this side comes out. Okay, so that side looks really good as well. I didn't try and get my rotisserie attachment that much because it's just going to continue to get smoke on it, so I'm not concerned about that. Okay folks, so one other thing I'm going to do that I noticed whenever I was cleaning this off is I have some simple green that's underneath the hood. So as you can see all this liquid right here, I'm going to use a paper towel, just clean that up. So I don't want to be cooking with that. Okay, so that should do it. Okay folks, so I've had my grates in this trash bag with ammonia for about 3 hours now, so I'm kind of curious to see how they're coming along. This is the first time I've done this, but supposedly this is like magic, and they'll come out looking really nice. Okay, so far these grates look about the same, but let's hit them with some water and see what that does. Okay, so that's coming off really easy right there, so that's good. Okay, so I propped these guys up a little bit. So I think I'm going to use my Scotch-Brite scrubber, see if that helps any. Okay, so the ammonia is probably not going to work as effectively because I need to leave it in there longer, but that's okay. You see where it came off of there? Yeah, it's doing pretty good for the most part. Just probably needs to be left in there for a full 24 hours like what the website said that I found. But that's all right. So I'm going to go ahead and spray these off, and I'm going to stick them back in the Hasty Bake, so I'll bring you back here in just a few minutes. Okay folks, so there you have it. After about 3 hours and some elbow grease, a little bit of simple green, my Hasty Bake looks about as good as it did whenever I first got it. With that being said, if you have any questions, please leave those in the comments below. If you have any suggestions, I'm always open to suggestions, so please leave those in the comments below as well. I appreciate you watching the video this far. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, Pitmaster Essentials is where flavor meets smoke. And I'll see you in the next one.